Hey everybody, Desert Guardian here, and today I've got something really awesome to show you. So let's take a look and see what's inside the box. All right, I think you all know what's coming. You got the Coyote Brown Glock box here, so let's take a look here and get the old clamshell open. We'll take a closer look at the Glock 19X. We'll go ahead. We'll set the pistol aside here. In the box, you've got 3 magazines. You've got a standard 17 round mag, and then you've got 2 of the 17 plus 2. So you got 2 19 round mags in there. You've got your 4 additional back straps, so you can adjust the size of the back strap to match in the palm swell to match your hand, to individualize it a little bit. You've got your lock, you've got your books and papers and whatnot in here. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna shut this, go ahead and set it aside, and take a closer look at the Glock 19X. So this has kind of been a pistol that's been all over the internet, all over the airwaves. People either love it or they hate it, and they talk about it. There's all kinds of neat new features on it. This was the one that Glock put out for the competition for the military's new pistol. It didn't win. Kind of bummed about that. I think it's an awesome pistol, but yeah, let's take a closer look. So obviously the first thing that everybody notices is it's Coyote Brown with black accents. You've got a PVD finish on the slide, the Coyote Brown frame on it, and of course, black barrel, black trigger, black slide release and mag release, and back plate and sights on it to give it some nice black accents on it. So just pulling it out of the box and looking at it, this thing is gorgeous. This has a very nice finish to it, a very attractive look. It's all Glock. It's very square. Yeah, it is a beautiful color, this Coyote Brown that they've got going. So, all right, let's take a look. So right out of the box, what's the first thing everybody talks about? The length of the grip. So this is a Glock 19. It says right there, 19, but it also says 19X. So the length of the grip is longer on this. It runs a 17 round, which is the same size as a 17 round mag in there. So you've got a bigger grip on it. Now, as you can see in my hands, the grip is not overly huge. There's been a lot of complaining on the interwebs, and some people are naysayers saying, well, gosh, Glock went the wrong direction. You can't conceal carry this. Well, I'm here to tell you I can conceal carry a full-size 1911, so this is going to be no problem for me. I absolutely love the extra capacity, and I love the way it fits in my hand. My hand grips it well. It has a little bit of a lip on it, similar to like a magwell would be, so it does have a little bit of a grip on my pinky, but it doesn't have those finger grooves. That was a bone of contention. For a long time, people didn't like the finger grooves. They don't fit my hand. I've got a couple of my Glocks over here. Here is my, unload it. Here is my Gen 4 19, and look what I did. I sanded them off. I made it so it fit my hand better. But I've got my Gen 3 17, which is a little bit bigger in the frame. It's the size of the 19X, and those finger grooves are spread to the right distance for my finger. So this fits me really well. In the 19, not so much. But Glock listened to the masses. The masses said, hey, we don't want finger grooves anymore. So with Gen 5, they came out with no finger grooves, and then for the 19X, for the military competition for contracting, no finger grooves. And I think it feels amazing. This distance right here, this little 2-inch, whatever the exact distance is there, fits my hand perfectly. It's a nice little undercut of the trigger guard there, and this little lip in the front. It kind of steers away from like the Gen 3 had a cutout right here, and Gen 5 has a cutout that kind of will snag your fingers when you're putting a mag in. This doesn't have that. Instead, it has a little lip in the front. And man, that is just a positive grip on it. It has nice texture, sort of an inverted stippling. The squares all the way around on the back strap, sides, front strap. They did a great job on the grip on this. People want to joke all they want about it having the really big grip. Like I said, it's, you know, jump on the internet. You can find an opinion for everything, but I think it feels amazing. I love the 19 size slide. I think it's a great size. It's sort of the litmus test, like you always hear me say, for a carry pistol is the Glock 19. How does it compare to the Glock 19? How's the length of the barrel? How's the weight? You know, compare it to a Glock 19. Well, this is a Glock 19. It just has a longer grip on it. You know, a few other awesome things about it. It does come with factory tritium night sights. So that's a plus right out of the box. The barrel in it now, it's got a, oh gosh, what do they call it? It's like a match grade type accurate barrel. It has an enhanced polygonal rifling in it, and Glock touts it as, you know, this is the barrel when you pull the trigger twice, the two bullets go through the same hole. You know, it's a more accurate barrel on it. I haven't had my chance to go out and run some rounds through this yet. I'm really excited to do that, so I'll put it to the test. But I find that most of the firearms that I own, especially some of my higher-end 1911s, are super accurate, and the gun is more accurate than I will ever be. Hey, I flipped it over. We're looking at the passenger side here. What do you notice different than most of the other Glocks? Ambidextrous slide release. So this was a big change for Gen 5. They went with this for the military contract with the 19X, and they also went with it with the Gen 5. Once again, this is what the people asked for. This is what the government asked for. So we do have lefty shooters out there. So the being able to have a reversible mag release and an ambidextrous slide release is a plus. I'm a righty. I don't shoot left-handed very often. When I do, it's just sort of a you know, weak hand practice, but it's not something I do very often. And I don't really have that need for the ambidextrous, but as an option, it's always nice to have. Another thing that I think is amazing about the 19X, which Gen 5 has also, is the bevel to the nose of it. This is a carry pistol. This is designed to be stuffed in and out of a holster. This is designed to be concealed carry, or you know, just carried daily, a hard use pistol. So they ran a carry bevel on the front of it, which makes it easier for getting in and out of the holsters. Here, I've got my Glock 26 here. So that's unloaded. Glock 26 has always had it, and the Glock 26 is specifically a concealed carry pistol. So it runs that bevel on it because they want to make sure it's easy to get, you know, in and out of the holster, you know, at a moment's notice. This is the same way with the 19X. Oh, and by the way, it'll fit all of your holsters for the 19. I use this holster for my 17, my 19, my 26, my M2 tactical holsters. They just work for everything. So, but yeah, no need to change holsters because this is a 19. I mean, when it comes right down to it, everybody, this is a Glock 19. It just is an enhanced Glock 19. You know, still has the 5.5 pound trigger, still has the nice square look, still has the uncompromising reliability. This is a gun you can get wet, you can get muddy, you can drop it down a flight of stairs. It's not going to go off when you don't want it to, but it is going to go off when you pull that trigger. It is every bit reliable as any Glock ever made. It has just been enhanced. So, yeah. And I'm just going to sit here and talk about it. So it does come, like I said, with the two different mags. So you've got your 17 round mag, which is going to be similar in size to, oh, look at that, the Glock 17 mag. It looks almost identical to it, doesn't it? But you also get a pair of these guys, and these are your 17 plus 2. So you can run 19 rounds. Once again, you're going to get the naysayers saying, oh, look, it sticks out even more, but hey, 19 rounds, you're not going to complain about that. If you can't conceal carry this, then you're doing it wrong. But yeah, so it comes with one of the 17 round, two of the 19 round. So you get 3 mags, and 2 of them have the extended capacity on it. So it's a lot of value in that box. Another couple things about it, there is a little bit of a hubbub about the Gen 5 mags stick out a little bit further. This is a Gen 3 mag, so it works perfectly fine in there. The Gen 5 mag can hit this end here. This little, where I was talking about the extension, the little grip enhancement there in the front. The Gen 5 mags will tap on that, so just be aware of that. It's not something that you can, something that's hard to overcome. It does have, you know, a little throwback to the military style pistols. It has a lanyard loop on it. I thought that was kind of cool. I've got some 1911s, some old ones that have the lanyard loop on it. And I'm a sucker for some of the retro stuff. And, you know, like I said, it's kind of a throwback, but it's there. It's pretty neat. It does have, like I said, the 4 grip size enhancements, the back straps, the interchangeable back straps. So you can run, depending on your hand size, you can run it thicker, you can run it thinner. I like the way the factory one fits in my hand. This is something that the replaceable back straps made a big difference when they went to those, because, see, look at the Gen 3, this has actually got a bigger palm swell on it than the 19X, which is essentially a Gen 5. Even my Gen 4 is a little narrower because I don't have any back straps on it. It fits me perfectly. You know, this is something you personalize for yourself, so do what works for you. But hey, the Glock 21, big, fat, double stack 45 caliber. You get that in a Gen 4, 5. You can start with a skinnier grip on it and don't have to put back straps on it. It actually fits my hand again. I got rid of a 21 because I just felt like holding a 2x4 to me. And I've got average size hands. They're not huge, they're not small. But I digress. We're talking about the 19X. So yeah, there it is. You know, it's touted to be a little more accurate. It's touted to have more capacity. I love the way it fits in my hand. I'm not going to lie to you. This little angle right here fits my hand perfect. I don't need the finger grooves in it, even though on the 17 size the finger grooves are spaced out correctly for me. But I can get a nice high grip on this, and at the same time, you know, I don't have a ton sticking out the bottom. So everybody's saying that this grip is too big. I mean, I encourage them to go wrap their hands around one. You know, go over to Ted's shooting range. They've got them. Wrap your hands around it. See what you think of it. You're probably going to walk out of there with it. You know, it's a fantastic pistol. And so let's take a look at the guts. So it comes apart just like any other Glock. You do your little Glock grip right here. Push it down, pull the trigger, slide it out. Honestly, it's going to look very similar to the inside of, let's say, my Gen 4 here. You know, you've got your dual captive recoil spring. There's a barrel. You know, they've changed the plungers. They've changed everything a little bit on the inside for the Gen 5. But like I said, the most noticeable difference is going to be this ambidextrous slide release. So this is all one piece, and what it does is it goes kind of in a horseshoe shape underneath the front locking block and wraps around to the other side. So what this changed, the accessorizing and putting different triggers, things like that in it. Gen 1 through 3 work great together. Triggers, you could put Gen 4 in it, and the reason is they all ran the same trigger bar, right? So this trigger bar is going to be different because it has to run the slide release on the opposite side of it. So that's one big change, that for the guys that like to customize the stuff, you're not going to be able to just slap a trigger in it. It's going to have to be a Gen 5 specific trigger if you want to put an aftermarket trigger in it. Trigger feels great as is. I like to customize my Gen 3s and earlier, and my Gen 4. But this guy, the 19X, would stay completely stock. I mean, it's just an awesome looking, awesome feeling pistol. But yeah, you know, the guts are all the same. You got your front locking block. You got your trigger block back here. Trigger bar, trigger springs down there. It's got a connector just like all of them do. Mag release. You know, it's very basic. It's just so simple because it works great. It works right. You know, why make it more complex than it needs to be? So we'll pop the barrel out. So this is this new, more accurate barrel. You know, looking down the barrel, it looks kind of the same as the other barrels, but this has got the enhanced polygonal rifling in it. Rumor has it you can run lead bullets through it if you really want to. You know, that's your choice. Put that guy back in. It's got all that nice factory lube in there. And there she is, the Glock 19X. It's absolutely fantastic. It feels great in my hand. You know, you can believe what you want to believe about the size, whether it's concealable, does it look right? You can talk to anybody, but what you really need to do is get down to your shop, get down to your range, and wrap your hands around it. It is a fantastic pistol. It looks good. It feels good. It's got a great finish on it. I know a lot of guys out there that say, oh, all my guns got to be black. Shoot, even my black guns have green stuff on it in different colors and whatnot. I don't mind the coyote brown. I think it's really attractive. It's not for everyone, but I think it looks amazing, and I love the black accents on it. I think it just looks really good. So I'm kind of bummed that the military didn't pick it up, but hey, good for us, because now all of us civilians can have it instead. Yep, and like I said, it's got the factory tritium sights on it. Yeah, there it is. That's the Glock 19X. There it is, 17-round mag. You can see how big that is in my hand. 19-round mag. Does stick out a little bit, but if you want the extra capacity, you got to pay to play. It's funny. People say, oh gosh, it's so big, it's so long, and then you get guys that run +2s on a Glock 26 or +5s on a Glock 19. I mean, heck, I've got a Glock 17 mag. That's ginormous, but I can still concealed carry it. Honestly, it's just personal preference. What do you want to do? What do you want to carry? Performance-wise, this will perform. This will perform. It is Glock. It is Glock reliability. It's Glock function and form. So you're going to win any beauty pageants? Hey, actually, this one might, because I love the color and I love the accents, but it's all Glock. Here, check it out. It's a 19, so you can put on the APLC. Fits perfectly on it, and even in black, that just matches really nice. So still runs all the accessories. Has the standard Glock accessory port there. It's not a rail. I guess it's a rail, but it's not like a Picatinny rail where it has the multiple options of stuff. But if anybody's going to make a light or a laser, an accessory for this thing, it's going to fit on the standard Glock rail there. It is kind of the industry standard, and like I said, that's all Glock 19 right there. You got your bezel nose, you got the different finish, you got an ambidextrous like a Gen 5. This is what makes it the 19X. It's just the package deal, the finish. It's a beautiful pistol. So I highly recommend, get down to the shop, wrap your hands around it. Don't believe what everybody says about it. It's gorgeous. It feels great in the hand. I cannot wait to shoot it. I'm going to put some links below with where you can pick this guy up. Head on over to Ted's shooting range, Queen Creek, Arizona. I'm going to put some links to there. They'll ship it to you. So some of the best prices around, nicest people there. But yeah, I'll put some links on where you can buy this guy. If not, and you want to go try it out at your local shop, do it. Go wrap your hands around it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below. I'm going to try and get back to you. You guys can throw out whatever opinions you want. You're not going to hurt my feelings, but I think this one's amazing. So like I said, leave those comments, questions, concerns below. Check out the links I leave for you. And by all means, hit that subscribe button. So I just want to say special thanks to Ted's Shooting Range in Queen Creek, Arizona. I'm going to put a link to them in the bottom. They're the ones who supplied this beautiful pistol today. And that's it for now. Glock 19X. Absolutely amazing. Desert Guardian, out.